And the big one, in 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 came out. Would you rather play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 or Shatterhand?
Sonic 1. I love Sonic 1.
Sonic 1's kind of poopy. Shatterhand.
No,
I'm with
you
Steve
guys
on
are
this.
so wrong on that one.
No, dude, you
why
can't
is
even
it so
turn into-
poopy?
Listen, no spin dash, no tails, no supersonic. Have you played Labyrinth Zone lately?
Hey.
Welcome to the Cable Club. We're a retro video gaming podcast where three guys throw hands to solve all of our problems, and we're linking up to talk about the games you love and rank them. This is episode number 55. We're your hosts. I'm Steve.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Don.
And today we're talking about Shatterhand for the NES. So get ready to upload data from us to you. But first, let's set the mood. Growing up in the 80s always came with a certain pop culture tropes. Neon colors, big hair, MTV, NES, and of course, action movies. Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Conan, Indiana Jones, Predator. You could not get enough of the explosions, the witty dialogue, and the badassery. This also translated into games for your NES too. Things like Contra, Double Dragon, Ninja Turtles 2 Arcade, River City Ransom, and many, many more. One game, however, that encapsulated the pure, raw energy and the rough and tough bravado of the 80s action movie scene is a late release on the system. One that kept you coming back to the old NES, even though the Super Nintendo was around. This game had you feeling invincible, fighting through bad guys, machines, toppling a corrupt government in pure action hero style. With nothing but your bare fists and a little robot companion, this fist-flying adventure is called Shatterhand.
Definitely a hidden gem for sure.
Yeah, can we use that this time? It's actually a hidden gem. Do we feel like it's hidden enough, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know about it, but yeah.
Few enough people know about it, yeah?
It's really good.
Tell us in the comments how hidden you feel Shatterhand is, please.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of this game before you bringing it up, but I think I've seen it in a retro game store. I just had never played it before these last 2 weeks.
I think the first time I ever saw it was in an AVGN episode when he was reviewing game covers satirically, but he mentioned like he did this cover, but that's not where like I found it. I found it watching that guy Arcus, the speedrunner. It came up on one of his Arcathlon videos where he plays 10 random NES games as fast as he can. And I saw him playing this and I was like, oh my God, I have to play that.
So something that Arcus does that is still in my mind is on his world record speedrun for Little Samson, when he's playing as the rock guy, I can't remember his name, but he's singing to himself in the chat. He's going, Captain Crunch, you're only going to eat it once. You're only going to eat it once. And I don't know, it just stuck with me. It's pretty funny.
I think he says that because it's the only time he uses the golem during the speed run, and he has to in that level.
Yeah. It's all the mouse, boys.
Before we get into that, Dan, reach into that mailbag. Do we have a question of the week?
We do. So this question comes from Happiny. He says, what game do you wish you could go back and play again for the very first time? And that's it. Short and sweet. Who wants to take a crack at it? Since we have no guest.
Don can go.
Oh, why? Because my face looks like this right now? I don't... man, I don't know.
All right,
it's
fine, I'll
so
go.
hard.
I'll go.
Hold on. I think, like... I have, like, eras of video games where I got my start in 4th grade, I think is really when it hit home to me that video games could be a hobby. I had a Genesis when I was, like, 5 or 6, and I had some games for it. I played things like the Hyperstone Heist a couple times over a friend's house, and I was like totally mystified. Pokemon Blue was the first time I ever was like, oh wow, you can play a game for hours and hours and hours and continue and go on like this big long journey. So I don't know. It's probably
It,
either Pokemon Blue or Shining Force, I
yeah,
feel
it's
like.
tough, man. Like it's real tough.
Donkey Kong 64 is there for me too because I always say that like I was born during the 16-bit era and played during that, but I think I really like became a gamer during the fifth generation of consoles with the PlayStation and the uh and the N64. I think that's like
Yeah.
when I officially became a gamer. So I don't know. It's tough.
That was in my list
Smash
of when I.
Brothers, bro.
Oh God, I
Smash
know.
Brothers.
I didn't even think of that. But yeah, again, like, dude, there's probably like 10 different games I could name that could take the spot. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
What did you got, Steve?
So I was gonna say I had a couple picks, and one of the ones that I had was definitely Pokemon Blue. Um, it was probably the game that I was most excited to play and got for Christmas. Like, I remember opening it up and like I didn't even care about my other presents.
Oh, I know that
Like,
feeling.
I was so excited to play Pokemon Blue.
Pokemon Stadium 2 was that for me.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah.
But man, the other game I think Dan and I fall into this category is one game that was like so impactful to me in my formative years. Would be so cool to go back to, not knowing anything and just exploring the world again for the first time, would be Final Fantasy 11. Um,
Oh
it
yeah, 100%.
it it was something else. Like my first MMO. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people listening probably had like World of Warcraft. Could you imagine going back and playing that for the first time?
Yeah.
It's just
Back in its prime.
dude, words
Yeah.
could not describe the like magic that that game had me feeling for years. And a lot of that's gone now. Now if I go back and I play, it's like I know not everything, but I know so much about it that it kind of lost its, magic feeling. It's like,
Yeah, and it's changed so much too. It's not the same game as it was back then.
There's something special about exploring a game for the first time and uncovering,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
I think back then too, because I still obviously play new games, but now with, the internet as a resource, you kind of don't have to figure things out yourself, and I don't think there's as many surprises now just by the way information travels.
Yeah. You know what's kind of funny too is like you hear about like, new games and whatnot, and you're like, yeah, that's kind of cool. But what's been getting me lately, like excited, is like a game that gets like remade, like a game that's been out for like 20 plus years, and you're like, oh man, I remember that game being so awesome. I can't wait for that to come out. Like a game that's already been done.
would you guys let me indulge? I had one more that I wanted to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about.
absolutely. Go ahead.
Oh, so not like this is your show or anything.
Well, I mean, I just want to be respectful of you guys too.
Just
But
shove your way in there.
Ocarina of Time,
Good one.
wha- that was like, it was my first Zelda game. And you could probably tell by looking around my gaming room here that I am a huge Zelda fan. And it still has stood the test of time. And I can go back and replay it. But my problem with doing it now is a personal one because I know where all the heart pieces are. I know where all the sculptures are. I know where everything is. And I've optimized my route and I know exactly where I'm going. But it's a game that lends itself so well to exploring that doing it again for the first time would be incredible.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we were spoiled as kids, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have a definitive answer because there's just too many to name. But like Mega Man X
Mega
for
Man
the
Legends.
yeah, see, like I can't even think of them all. There's just so many. But yeah, Mega Man, yeah, that's actually a really good one, Don. Playing Mega Man Legends again for the first time. Oh, I remember I'd be in school, like not even paying attention what the teacher was saying. I'd just be doodling in my notebook, like drawing like legend stuff.
Yeah,
I
that's
used to do
that's
that.
what I got last year. I got to play it for the first time. I mean, I
Yeah.
played it a little bit, but I didn't get very far as a kid.
Yeah, I think a lot of the problem is though it's like you're just like a very experienced gamer now, so it's like you can see a lot of the flaws like a lot of the older games have. But when you're a kid that's like 7, 8 years old, ripping open this game, playing it for the first time. You don't know any better. You're just like, oh
Tearing
my
it to
God.
shreds.
You're like, yeah, dude, this is the best thing ever. And just 3D games in general too. Like, you had, Mario 64 and all
Dude,
that
I
on the
remember
64. Like,
I didn't have a 64 right away, and my neighbor got one, and I wanted to go over to their house every day so bad just to play.
yeah, because I remember, like, we would be, as little kids, we'd be playing, NES, Sega, SNES, and then, when we became like 7, 8, 9 years old, like we started seeing like 3D for the first time. Like going from that, like to 2D to 3D, like I feel like that's just such a magical time in gaming that like the kids that they will never get to experience that. Like it's just insane.
Well, they have
the
their
art
own.
direction really had to ramp up for that.
We're waiting for
Like-
virtual reality like MetaQuest and stuff to start catching up. I think that's going to be the next big jump.
Yeah.
It's got a ways
It
to
could-
go, but I think that's going to be like virtual reality. I think is going to be something in like maybe
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in my opinion, it's still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Games are played on a controller of some sort.
You have
Keyboard and mouse
controller.
counts as a control scheme, but you know what you can't do is punch bullets.
You can't. You cannot. All right, so I'm gonna go through Discord really quick with some of the audience answers. Well, I'll start with Happiness, actually. He said, just the memory of picking it out at Toys R Us, opening the game and reading the manual on the ride home is enough to have me nostalgia chasing the feelings of playing that game anew. Oh, he was talking about Pokemon Red and Blue. Yeah,
who's
Red
the
and Blue is up
artist?
there.
Ken.
I don't remember but the distinct. It kind of looks like there's like erase marks and like kind of like the
Yeah, it's like a faded kind of
Ken
the notebook
Sugimori.
style.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I remember the book and having Pokemon in the little information booklet. Man, it was so cool.
Remember the fat Pikachu?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like where that design comes from.
Yeah, fat Pikachu and slightly smaller ears. Okay, Matt, he says, that's a tough one. I'd be afraid to go too retro since I'd be worried that the lack of quality of life would make me enjoy it less without the nostalgia. But I'd probably pick Mega Man Legends, or if something I played more recently, Trails in the Sky 1 and 2. For those that don't know, Trails in the Sky is, I think it was originally for the PSP. It's an RPG.
Oh well, geez, I wasn't even thinking about modern games that I would want to play for the first time again. Because I'll tell you, Sea of Stars.
I know.
I'll keep beating that drum as long as I have to. Going through that game was just like I couldn't stop. Like I made time. I stayed up late. Like I got up early. I was probably sleeping for like 4 hours a night while I was romping through that game. It was just so good.
Yeah. Yeah, we could be on this question for hours, I feel like, if we literally went into like detail about all the games. Lycianthia. For me, Secret of Mana, it was a rental, but I fell in love with it immediately. Real-time action RPG and multiplayer so I could play with my sister. Still a favorite to this day. Yeah, I think that was actually pretty unique for the time. Like an RPG hack and slash. There wasn't really too many of those.
No. That they kind of pioneered the way, but I don't know which one came out first. They had Final Fantasy Legends or Adventure. I can't remember what it was, but it was a Tales game. It's a Seiken Densetsu on the Game Boy, and it was also a Tales game. So it had, or not Tales. I'm sorry, misspoke. A Mana game. So it did the same thing, but it was in the Game Boy. So that was pretty ahead of its time.
That was top down, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was because I think I vaguely remember that game. I think it kind of reminded me of like Zelda.
I think it's Final Fantasy Adventure, and they re-released it as Sword of Mana on the Game Boy Advanced.
Oh, okay.
Is the Of Mana series an action RPG? I thought it was still turn-based, but you just couldn't pick your targets.
Nope, it's a top-down like Zelda action RPG.
No kidding.
All right, so last but not least, we got Lobaka. He says, I'm thinking it would be a great game that was memorable to me for the story, because I can go back for the gameplay, but not story surprises, and something that I think would hold up. So that thing has me thinking Portal/Portal 2 right now. I actually didn't really play those games too much. Did
Portal
you guys?
2 is very good, Dan. It's a really good time.
I beat
And
Portal 1.
it's 2-player, right? So you know how Portal is played, right, Dan?
Yeah, I know what it is. You got like two
Yeah.
different guns or two different like bullets. Like one, like you shoot one and then you go through that and you go out the other one.
Yeah, so it's
Pretty
got a
much.
pretty long story, campaign of just single player puzzles. And then it has a 2-player mode, and they're not the same puzzles. They're entirely different puzzles. And I think maybe the 2-player campaign is a little shorter, but it's just completely different 2-player puzzles with a completely different set of characters.
Yeah,
And you can play through it with a friend. It's a really good time.
that sounds like a game that would be good with your spouse if they're into games.
And I think it's for Steam. Like I think
Yeah.
it's fully supported that
Yeah, I think
multiplayer.
Steam
Well,
made
actually it's
it.
a Valve. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Valve title. Yeah.
There are so many games that I would like to play that are like 2-player co-op. It just brings me back to like playing games with my brother on the Sega Genesis 2-player, and I feel like a lot of games nowadays they're like single player unless you're playing online, like multiplayer, like FPSs and things.
Yeah.
But I, there's something about like a 2-player game. Do you remember playing on what was it, Pico Land with Doug?
Yeah, that like indie game where it's like a puzzle game. You can get up to 4 people and it's
Yeah,
like super
I
chaotic.
think those kinds of games are like way underrated.
Yeah, I actually liked I can't think of the name of the game now. The one where one of you is the killer.
Among
And
Us?
yes, yeah, that
Oh,
one.
okay.
It's actually a lot of fun with friends too. Not so much fun with randos though. I mean, I just get ejected first no matter what. Nobody trusts me
I feel like
when
that
we
could
play
end
games.
relationships.
Be like, guys, I'm definitely not the killer. He's lying.
Sussy Baka.
Yeah. Well, that's all we had for questions of the week.
You guys ready to shatter some hands?
Let's
'Cause I
do
am.
it.
For those of you who don't know, and that's probably a lot of you, because I still think this is hidden gem status, being a platformer for the Nintendo Entertainment System that came out in America in 1991, almost a year after the Super Nintendo was released in America. And it actually is a localized port of a Japanese game called Soul Brain. And Soul Brain was based off of a Japanese TV show. I don't know if you guys looked at that, but I thought that was
I
kind
did.
of
It's
interesting.
wild.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences, but supposedly I would imagine the characters in that are actually characters in the show. Like it's a licensed title. Um, so it's an action platformer, and it's kind of unique in the way that it powers up. I think it's pretty high skill based, but for the NES, I think it's still a hard game, but it's not like an unfair game. And I discovered this game way later in life, like I think like two years ago.
Except
But
the
like
last
it's
level. Last level felt
nice.
a little bit unfair until I got some hours into it.
Yeah, but games back in the day you actually had to be good at to beat. It
Yeah.
it wasn't a given, but anyway, I just had a rocking good time with this game. It mixes together like tropes from Terminator and Blade Runner and
Alien.
Alien a little bit, I guess. There's just so much like, you know, 80s, early 90s stuff going on in here. And yeah, you play as RoboCop 2, heavily RoboCop
Yeah.
inspired. You play as a cop who was, I guess, mangled by a gang of cyborgs, and he was beat up so bad that his arms were non-functional, and he managed to run away, which is a funny image of somebody running with like limp
Limp arms,
arms.
yeah.
Um, and I guess the government had been working on these weapons, or the resistance had been working on it, or whatever it is, right? And they're described as in the manual as these hands, and it's like,
I'm
this is
gonna
a
catch
really
these hands.
yeah, exactly. And there are these jack style metal arms, and your guy puts them on, and he dons the name Shatterhand. That's actually his superhero name, Shatterhand.
I
And
love it.
it's just an awesome game. So I wanted to start with what your guys' like overall interpretation of it, because I was super excited to show you this. Having played games with you guys since grade school, I thought this was going to be a game you guys loved.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with it. It reminds me a lot of Mega Man, like Melee Mega Man, I guess you could say, because all you do is really punch. I mean, you do get like a little robot friend from time to time. Yeah, it's real fun. You got your platforming, you got your stage selects just like Mega Man. It's a really good time. Um, the power ups were pretty cool too. Kind of like I wouldn't say like Raiden style. It's almost like you get to pick your power up depending on like how you choose it with like the alpha and beta power ups. Did you guys actually have like a favorite one of those?
Yeah.
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 At first I liked the one that shot lasers diagonally down, but I learned to love the sword way more.
Oh, really?
Sword
I
was
actually
okay.
like the
Really?
I actually like the grenade, just
Yeah.
the grenade one.
So as we're kind of alluding to, there's so in addition to your fists, which are mighty, you get these satellite robots, which is kind of like the main power up of the game. And you have to collect 3 symbols throughout a level to summon one, and they're just symbols alpha and beta. And like Dan said, if you find an alpha symbol, you can punch it and change it to beta. So you can have any combination. It can be like alpha alpha alpha, beta beta beta, alpha beta beta, alpha beta alpha, whatever it is, right? And there's 8 different ones, and they all do different things. And I don't know, I think moderately successfully. I feel like the only 2 that are worthwhile, and I don't know how you guys feel, are the sword one and the grenade one. But the grenade one probably like head and shoulders over the sword one.
I just like the amount of damage that the grenade does.
I
Like
think
it's
you
just
guys are
noticeable.
underestimating
I
good the sword is,
the
dude.
sword is good, I will say.
Oh
Like
yeah, maybe I have to try it.
it's fast. Like you can spam it pretty heavily. But like Steve said, I kind of like the laser. It's kind of weak for what it does. Like you
Yeah,
have
but
to.
your range is the thing. Your character is a melee character. He only punches. So for me, that satellite robot, its sole function is to attack from far away.
Yeah, I
Right,
didn't.
which is why the sword didn't appeal to me.
Well, the sword lets you attack above you. Like
It's still pretty far away, yeah.
it's and if you duck while doing it, he swings downward.
Yeah, yeah, he
So
does.
you can manipulate the way that he strikes too.
I didn't like the flamethrower.
Yeah,
The,
no.
the
It
flamethrower.
was too weak. That's really what the problem was.
Well, I think if it had like a constant spray, it would be actually really decent. But like the fact that is like I don't know if I was just like using it wrong, but like I felt like there was like an internal cooldown where like it can only be out for so long, and then you had to like wait like 5 seconds before it would go out again. I don't know what it was.
So the manual says you deploy the flamethrower by punching once and then punching and holding down B. So you punch once to ignite the flamethrower, and then you punch a second time and hold down the B button and let it just spray. But if you let it go, the flamethrower will stop. So
Oh,
it's a weird weapon in the sense that you're not supposed to be punching while using it, which,
Means it's bad.
yeah,
interesting.
I mean, ABP, always be punching in this
Well,
game.
the thing about this game is that there's no hit stun on your enemies. So you can be punching something while your robot is also hitting something.
Yeah,
So you don't want of the flamethrower because you can't do both.
yeah,
Yeah. And then there was like so all these robots have names. The only 2 I remember from the manual is the 2 that made me double take. So one is called Yobobot. The description says shoots a laser that retracts like a yo-yo, and the other one is called Yo-Yo Bot, shoots a laser that retracts like a yo-yo. The difference is the first one is Alpha Alpha Alpha, which I would say it's more like a mace, that like he swings like a laser mace and it like swings around him a bunch of times. But
yeah,
the range on it is so weird. Like it's already like your punch almost extends further than what's going on there. And then the
yeah.
yo-yo bot is like he throws like chakrams almost that like he can either
That
catch or
that
they
one
go
was
flying.
okay. It goes
Yeah.
diagonally behind and diagonally down.
I think if the grenade one wasn't so good and the sword one wasn't so good, like I think some of these would actually be pretty okay, but they really overcranked it on
Yeah,
on a couple of these.
yeah. I feel like yeah, the satellite robot really helped your character. I feel like he's pretty weak without it.
I disagree.
Some of the bosses are really annoying if you don't have a satellite robot.
I
Which
mean, I had to beat them all without one at one point, so just get good.
I mean, I guess, but like you can't deny that the ninja guy that does like the firewall or whatever, he is so annoying to fight without a
yeah,
satellite
so the
robot.
deal with him is you have to. I just dodged him until he jumped, and then I would I would jump and punch him like 3 or 4 times and run away real quick before his fire came up on the sides. And then
His
as he would shoot his blades, I'd
Oh
jump
my
over them
god,
towards him and then get a punch or 2 in. Like,
dude,
that's what I had to do.
those
So you can
projectiles are so freaking fast, dude.
Yeah.
so I found out by accident that he can't actually hit you with the sword swing, and the blade thing occurs after
If
the
you're,
where
like,
the
hugging
sprite
him.
is. Yeah, so if
Yeah.
you're hugging him, he's just swinging the sword and he can't hit you, and you can
Oh,
just be wailing on him. So the game has 2 basic buttons, because it's an NES game: jump and punch, right? But they actually cram a lot of hidden controls in this game without using the select button, which is nice. So what the first one you'll pick up on quickly is if you just spam the punch button, your character will go, I think it's like punch, 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 hook.
yeah.
And then like there's a timing element to it. And if you punch again within the timing of that hook, he'll just go like hook, hook, hook. Like you give him so many rights, they start begging for a left, and then he starts shoveling out the lefts. And the lefts do like the lefts do double damage.
Oh, really? I don't know. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And so if we're like rating the damage, a regular jab is 1 damage. A hook is 2. And then there's the like red jacket power up that
Yeah.
that you can get. So that makes your regular punches a 2 and your hook a 4. And a 4 is like one of the most powerful, like I think it's like a fully powered like shot when he gets his full like metal armor suit thing.
I
Like
wish
it
it
hits
was.
really hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the red power up was so nice to have, red vest.
yeah,
I wish
And
it
you
was
keep it until you get hit 3 times. Yeah.
yeah, I wish it was a little easier to keep. Like, once you learn all the patterns and the enemy spawns, it's a little bit better. But you know what, one level that frustrated me is the cave, and in the beginning, those boulders falling.
oh
It
yeah.
was so
Oh, yeah.
annoying.
That was rough. That was
And
rough.
you know, a thing with those is like they don't start falling until like you're literally like right next to it. So you kind of had to like inch forward, otherwise you were taking some hits.
Yeah, I would run, and then I would just come back a little bit, and then
Yeah,
run, come back a little bit.
I did that too.
Uh, and this I also like a good NES platformer like this one where you can short hop. I think there was like at least 4 different elevations that I feel like I could do on command jump wise. I know that's a really small thing, but you notice it when you don't have it
Yeah,
when you play a game. It allows for that precision platforming. And that's kind of one of the things I liked about this game is that there's so much that they really like blend in there and do right. I also like that you can punch bullets. There's like nothing in the game you can't punch. Like
yeah. I think
almost nothing. There's like only a couple projectiles that you can't block. So punching is defensive too.
Yeah, some boss projectiles.
yeah. My only gripe with like the punching, because like this happened to me multiple times, and it's probably just a skill issue on my end, but like when you're like sometimes when you're trying to like deflect the bullet and he'll switch into the hook, which mind you is a lot slower than a regular jab, and sometimes like in between those hooks like a bullet would get in, like you have to like wait a second for like your jabs to reset so you can.
Yeah, I found myself dodging more than punching for
Yeah,
defense. I just play games that way. I was jumping over bullets instead of punching them.
I actually prefer the jab over the haymaker if we're being honest, because it's a lot quicker. I know it's weaker, but like it doesn't lock you in place like the hook does.
The other thing about jabs is if you jump and you time your jabs right, you can get like 3 in the air
Yeah.
in your short hop. So you're like, if you're short hop punching and you don't get locked in the hook and you feel more mobile, and it's a lot better.
I actually really like the hook, guys. Like so the hook is not good for all situations, but when you can land the hook, you want to land the hook. Like there's I'm thinking of a particular moment where there's like those big walking robots, and one of them you fight on the ice.
Yeah.
And because the hook locks you in place, every time you hit him, it pushes you back a little bit. So you can just be like hook, 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 and like take him
Yeah,
out
but
fast.
But the
The
same
only-
thing on the ice, if you're in the air, you don't get pushed back. So if you
Yeah.
short hop and you're jabbing, then you don't get pushed back either.
But yeah, no, I'm just saying that I do like the hook. When I can land it, it's really good, and I like that you can land it repeatedly. I like that you don't have to cycle all the way back through the jab combo to land it.
Let's be
Like
honest.
you can punish enemies really hard.
Let's be honest. The only thing the hook's good for is those like gold bags.
Way disagree, dude. Final boss?
Dude, they give you so many power-ups right before the final boss, and I'll tell you how I killed him. I had him on farm every time I beat that level. You transform. In this game, when you get 3 power-ups and you have your little robot, and you collect 3 more power-ups without it dying, you get a mecha suit. And
The mecha suit is
Well,
broken.
mind you, I think you have to collect the exact same power-up
Yes.
sequence to get it.
Yep.
yeah.
Otherwise
and,
it switches. Yeah.
So the final boss, when you hit him, he like flies backwards a little bit. So what I was doing is I would I'd punch him a couple times and he would like jump over me, and then I would drag him across the screen by doing a short hop with a in mid rise. I would punch, and then on my way down I would punch again, and I would chase him across the screen, punch 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 punch, and I would kill him in like, I don't know, 6 or 7 seconds.
Really?
With the mech suit or the
Mech suit.
so I fought him without any power-ups at all when I beat him the first time.
Yeah, first time me
he,
too.
he beat me. But when he goes to shoot, you can get right on him and duck,
Yeah.
and he won't hit you. And it takes so long for him to do that. You can get like 3 jabs in and like 4 hooks by the time he's done with that. And sometimes he just spams it again. So it's just like hook, 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 hook. And I'm grateful for the damage boost. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's
yeah.
nice that it's there.
Yeah, no, it definitely, in some cases, it is. I felt like for a final boss, he was pretty underwhelming, like for the most part.
Yeah, but the level makes up for it.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. You gotta get through 4 refights, boss fights, plus a bunch of brutal enemy combinations and some stage hazard stuff like lava and all kinds of gates you have to climb. And
Yeah, some of the gate jumping is like kind of unforgiving in that level.
But you know what
Like-
the worst part is, in my opinion? The gravity, dude. Ugh.
Oh yeah, because you have to short hop and you have to not change gravity.
What I was doing is I was double jumping
Oh, well, you can
to
so
flip
you
the
can
gravity.
short hop to not flip the gravity. So
I
like
didn't
there
even
were
know.
there were
Yeah,
certain obstacles. Yeah,
That's how I was doing it.
where you didn't want to flip it. Yeah,
I think if your sprite like hit way like halfway across the screen, like it would do like an auto flip.
That makes sense. I was doing it the hard way, I guess.
Yeah.
there's obstacles that make you do that. So the game is aware that you're supposed to short hop, which I think is pretty great. I feel like short hopping is just something that, I don't know, shouldn't exist in a game, but does. I don't know if you guys necessarily agree with that.
Dude, Mario
If-
1 has it. Like, it's been in games since the beginning of platformers.
I
Well,
like
I
my
mean-
short hops.
It just feels so weird. You can just like flick and you get a short hop. I don't know. It's like a haptics thing. It's just so interesting.
I mean, it adds a level of skill that I think is actually needed. A game where you don't have a short hop like would feel so weird.
It just
I mean,
feels
they
more
are out
fluid
there.
too.
Yeah. I also liked a lot of the controls you could do with the bot. Like, so if you were good enough, so if you were running, the bot would be behind you. So if you were hitting forward, the bot would circle behind you, like maybe up and diagonally to the back. And then if you stop moving, the bot goes like in front of you, like diagonally in front of you. So it's you can, if you're ducking or if you're throwing haymakers because it plants you, you can hit the forward button and you won't move and it'll make the bot go backwards. So the bot has its own internal health. If the bot gets hit too much, you lose the bot and you might lose your chance at powering up to the big mech suit. So you generally don't want to lose the bot if you can avoid it. You can use the bot to not only dodge things, but there were like certain levels where stuff is falling and I would like use the bot back and forth to make sure it like shielded me from getting hit when I got super low on health.
Yeah, I know.
And
The bot
also-
it's like saved me from getting hit a few times from just like stray bullets.
and the bot deals damage. The bot has me germs for enemies, so like there are times where just manipulating the movement of the bot to take out an enemy and use some of its health
Yeah.
is great too.
It's like he has me germs, but he also gets hurt himself.
Yeah,
If only Mega Man bosses did that.
there'd be a lot of Mega
They,
Man bosses that aren't as strong as they are.
a couple of things you can do with the bot too is like you can actually, I think if you hold down duck and then B, I think it was, you can actually, or is it the jump button? It's one of those two buttons where you can just like float up with him. He'll like
Yep.
grab on and then he'll like float up. And then you can also just like throw it. And I did that once and I was like, never again. I like, he didn't come back for me.
So the guy I saw who did like a no hit run, long play of it, he would throw the bot sometimes to get it out of the way. Like if he was coming up on a place where he didn't want it to take damage, he would throw the bot, and then it takes a little while, but he eventually comes back. So he
Oh,
would like
does he?
throw him, go through the obstacle, and the bot would circle back.
Maybe the
But
time
I
that
think if
I
he
threw,
hits an enemy, he dies.
yeah, because it's like I could have sworn when I threw him, he didn't come back, but it could have just been like a combination of things that made me think that like, wow, this sucks. Like,
I think you get a 4 for it, like a 4 damage hit. Like if you
yeah,
throw it and he hits something, I think it's a red haymaker, basically.
interesting.
I don't know. It's not an option I ever really used, and I didn't even use the flying thing. I didn't find a reason to use to use the flying thing. But when I watched the guy do the no hitter, he started flying with it. I was like, "What do you mean you can fly with it?"
Was it in the elevator?
It just seems too janky. Like you can't move with it. Like while you're flying with them, you just only go straight up, and you can't attack. And so it's like a lot of the time, it's just like it's very risky to use.
So you know the Wolverine boss guy, the one who's like a beast and he jumps
Yeah,
back and
Yeah,
forth.
that fight's
So
so easy.
the guy would
Yeah.
fly up, and he would just start punching him. Well, he would like fly up and fall, and just punch him on the way down, just to get extra damage
Yeah.
in faster.
Yeah, that guy, if you stood like right near him, he'd throw the 3 saw blades or whatever, but they go over you, and you would just punch him a bunch of times. Then you'd jump on the gate or whatever, and right before he would come at you, you jump again. He goes right under you, and you just land and do rinse and repeat. So easy,
Yeah.
Haymakers, baby.
Yeah, and then
dude.
how I did it too was if you do a short hop at the right time, he would like slightly go up. So like and then he would dash. All you would have to do was just duck.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched the speed run, and he didn't use haymakers, so I feel like it's good, but not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, the no hitter guy did use haymakers frequently just to take down bosses faster. There's no way that taking down bosses with jabs is faster than throwing haymakers.
Well, if you're spamming like Steve was saying with like the jumps, you're going 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. You know, it's just
Yeah,
like
maybe.
you with the haymaker, it's 2 2 2.
I know Arcus did use the haymaker, so he probably doesn't hold the record, but he is a speedrunner and he was using the haymaker. So I don't know.
it's probably negligible, honestly.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's funny. It's funny to watch that little 8-bit sprite throw the
I
the
thought that
hook.
was neat. Like the animation's actually really good.
Yeah, there's tons of good animations in this game. So like if you just turn the cartridge on and just leave it going, there's an opening animation. All the sprite work, like all the pixel art looks great. Like it's
Yeah.
like full blown pixel art, and then there's the scene where he's in front of all the monitors, which are the different levels, and he's got that like green vest, and he's like flexing in front of the monitors, and the green vest is like flying, and I don't know where the wind's coming from, but it's like blowing a little
Dude,
green vest.
I just want to say real quick, that stage select jingle is top tier. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
The music
yeah,
in the
yeah,
game is
play
good.
that.
I would say it's like in the 80th percentile when it comes to like NES chiptune music. It's up
I would
there.
agree.
I don't think it's the best of the best, but it's up there.
Some of the
Yeah.
tracks are pretty solid.
They are.
So I can't like recall a bunch of the music, but I did like what I heard.
Dude, that the
and
stage select jingle, like I'd be doing something and it would just be stuck in my head, like when I'm not even playing it. Like
Don't take that as a negative either. Like for example, I couldn't hum out anything from Castlevania Lords of Shadow, but I adore that score. It is so good, but like I just couldn't recall any of the songs specifically. It doesn't have anything to do with like how good the music is. The music in this game was I had my head bopping. It was
Yeah.
good.
You guys feel like the first level boss looked like M. Bison?
Yeah, kind of.
yeah,
Is that
He had
guy
the
have
hat.
Bison for
The
sure?
dude with the rifle, yeah. I
think-
thought it was funny when that boss like hits you with the gun, like the butt of his gun. I was like, oh, we're playing
He
that way, huh?
Swings it like a baseball bat.
And then he climbs up onto the wall like Mega Man X and shoots 2 balls at you.
Yeah, and you gotta jump twice.
Yeah.
One,
Dude, imagine if you
one.
could wall kick in this game. Like how
Ugh.
much would we elevate it here? Like
He's
I
not
thought
very
the game,
fast though. It's like it would be cool, but I feel like I couldn't get around as well as X, then leave it out.
he doesn't need to be fast. He's a juggernaut. He's the wall. I actually did punch bullets a fair bit. Like I got the timing down on those shooting guys because I feel like they would take a lot of health from me. And whenever I would see one come, I would just be watching for the bullet and I'd just punch the
Yeah,
bullet.
you know where it really came in handy is the ones where you're on the ice and the guys with the rifles. There's like a certain type where you can't like duck under them, and I think it's the ones on the ice.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
like
they run away from you.
they would run away from you and then try to shoot you. So like hitting the bullets with your fist were like perfect for them.
All right, guys. Worst enemy.
Uh,
I have 2 in mind, so not a boss. Worst regular enemy.
it could be the crouching guys with the gun. They took a lot of health off me over
Oh,
my run.
I have my answer.
Yeah,
It's
go first.
It's the dude with the red goatee, and I think he's bald, and he like throws like the boulders, and if you get too close to him, he like throws a
He
haymaker at you.
mollywops you.
I fucking hate him, dude.
You run in, you hit him, you run out, and he'll try and punch you, and you'll get out of the way, and you run back in and hit him and get out.
He slaps you
I
right
hate him
across
so much, dude. Like anytime I had like the grenade like robot, I was like, yeah, dude, eat him.
There was so there's another like gun enemy, but I think he's only in the last level.
Yeah,
And he
that
sometimes
fucking
throws grenades. He's a jerk too, but the no-hitter guy I watched, he walked right up to him and the guy shot 3 times and he just went do and punched all 3 bullets.
Dude, those no-hitter like speedrunner guys are crack.
Yeah, the guy that shoots 3 bullets or throws a grenade is one of the 2. The other enemy that I hate is the one that rides around in that hover bike thing.
Yeah.
He goes below you and around you, and
He's only
such a dickhead.
He's too much health.
He's only bad because of he goes under you. Like, because a lot of time it's like you can stun lock him into the corner, but like eventually he'll like get under you, and then that resets the whole process.
Oh well, see, his RNG would sometimes like he'd either go under you or over you. But if he went under you, I knew that I could walk forward 2 steps, duck, turn around, and he would come back, and then I'd just punch him, and then he might repeat the process. So it might just be a little back and forth until I waited for him. But yeah, I didn't like doing it.
The problem is they stick him in a damn elevator section with gears on the walls, and you have that thing that moves back and forth and shoots missiles up. It was so
And
annoying.
bombs coming down.
Yeah.
And then some of the floors on fire. You got to dodge the fire and the bombs and the copter guy and the missiles go. There's just that level was just shit everywhere.
Yeah, and to make it worse, that's where you fight the ninja boss. When all that
on an elevator.
Yeah, with all these like spinning gears that you have to dodge on top of dodging him, and
what's his name? Ignis or something like that, or Igneon or whatever his name is.
I think
I
it's
sent
asshole.
you guys something in the Discord. Let me see here.
Yeah, just fire asshole.
Excuse my French. Infernion can lick my balls. That guy.
So the bosses I think are pretty cool and well designed for the most part, especially given its NES. I think every boss has a learnable pattern and is dodgeable except for Infernion the first time. But
the gravity dude's kind of bad. Like he's kind of bad if you don't have a satellite.
You have to be patient.
Yeah,
which
is exactly what I was going to say. He's not too bad.
No, he's so easy because if you time your jump and you punch him on your way up, he'll bounce back and come back at you. And on your way back down, you hit him again. He does the same thing. And you just keep hitting him and he can't get out of it.
So I actually had him down. You're talking about the underwater guy, right?
Yeah.
So like
Scuba
the way you
Steve.
Float up and float down, I would like head him off, hit him once, and then as I was descending an arc toward him, he'd be coming back, and I could catch him in the face once, and then by the time I was still falling, I'd catch him a third time. So it was like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and he just keeps back. F you, I'm stuck in a loop.
But he would come down and light his little lightsaber, but it took him so long to do that I would get in there. Like I knew where he was going to land. I'd get in there and throw him 2 haymakers before jumping, and he wouldn't hit
Sits
me.
with his lightsaber, he flies the other corner. He's like,
Can you imagine just sitting there with your lightsaber and just taking these hooks to the face? Like,
great.
I'm just saying that, the Shatterhand guy is, a real piece of man there.
Notice that they didn't put him in the refight either. He
Yeah,
was one
no.
of the ones they left out.
There was the other one with like the 2 metal gears or whatever those things were. And then like you only had to kill one, and when you killed one, they turn into a dragon snake thing.
Oh
And you
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
punch the dragon snake thing.
That guy is so easy.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, you can get him into a point where like he just circles around you and he can't get you.
But you can reach him.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not even that. If you blow up one of the 2 robots and you jump onto the metal fence or whatever, and you just spam the punch button, he'll just fly into you and kill himself. And you don't take damage. It's a joke.
So he also didn't make it to the refight.
No.
In the Japanese version, it's like 2 twin female fighters, and they don't turn into a dragon. You have to kill both of them, but they kind of do the same thing. It seems like,
Interesting.
except they jump a little bit more often.
It's
but,
weird
yeah.
because they like jump away from you at first and don't do anything, so you get tons of free damage on one of them.
Yep. but you only have to kill one, so only the one counts.
Yep. If you have a red vest and you're jumping and spamming the attack button, you'll pretty much dies before it turns around and shoots anything.
I think my least favorite boss had to be the water one, just because he had so much health for what he is.
Yeah, it was annoying.
Yeah, I was like, come on,
But not worse
die.
than Infernion. I don't like Infernion.
Yeah.
He's
It's
the
a
most
toss.
annoying.
It's a toss up with me and the gravity guy, the Infernion and the gravity guy.
Graviton, I think his name was. But yeah.
Like he's not too bad if you
He's
have
like a wizard.
if you have a robot, because then you can actually like really whale into him. But if you don't have one, then it's like what Don says. It's really a patience game.
I actually kind of liked Infernion. If you had a robot, you could make mincemeat of him. Like if you just knew where not to jump to get boxed into a corner, he was pretty much standing always vulnerable for a long time. Especially if you had the grenade throwing robot, you could just like let him have it.
I didn't know this, like what you said, Don, but like if you like stand next to him and he doesn't hit you, like that takes a lot of the difficulty away. The only time you would have to like back off is when he does his fire.
So the first time I beat him, I actually beat him without a power up, but I had to jump over his sabers. So like I would know, like it took me a while, but I figured out where not to jump, so that his fire would not chase me all the way to the edge. And then I would go under him and go in the opposite direction. But basically, I would jump away from his fire and then jump back in, and I could get like 2 hits, and then I knew he was going to swing his sword or jump. But the arc at which he jumps, if I jump, I don't get hit either way. So I would jump. If he starts sword swinging, I could come down and hit him a few times on my way down, and then I could jump again and jump another sword swing, and I could get him a few times.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of how I did it.
That sword slash projectile, like it's so damn fast. Like a lot of the time, because it was so fast, like I would just like anticipate it coming, so I would jump, but he wouldn't throw it out yet. But like it was so fast that I couldn't get another jump in to like avoid it.
Yeah,
like,
the first time
you have to time it.
The first time he throws it, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah, like you
It's
literally
very
have to
fast.
time it. Like if you anticipate it too soon, you're gonna get hit because you can't jump again in time to avoid
he
it.
throws his blade. We throw hands.
Absolutely.
And it works.
And
and so I just wanted to talk about the Japanese version a little bit for a second. So it actually has there's 2 more music tracks in it. So the submarine like level, the one in the top right, gets
Bottom
replaced
right.
with a
Maybe
yeah,
it's top.
whatever it is.
Oh, it is
Anyway,
top
it
right. The
looks-
bottom right's a cavern, a cave.
So it gets replaced with a carnival level, and the carnival level has awesome music.
wait,
but it's
the actual level gets replaced?
yeah, like it's a whole different level.
Wow. So this isn't like for a 1-for-1 like kind of thing. Like it's
It
not
mostly is.
like I thought it was just like, change a couple sprites and stuff, but like it sounds like they're like almost like they're worth playing 2 different games almost. Like it's worth playing both games just for the differences.
I think it could be. So there's some story in the beginning too, which there isn't in this game. You have to read the manual, but and he's in a mech suit at the start. Like he doesn't look like This one, he's in like a full body like
Yeah.
cop, Power Rangers style.
Yeah, I
mech
did
suit.
notice that. I
And
wonder,
then,
like,
all of the satellites look different too.
yeah, I noticed that too. But I didn't get far enough to look to see if you got like the armor, like the one in Shatterhand.
So he doesn't, but he gets a gun.
Oh,
Which
okay.
explains, like, when you get the armor and you punch, it creates this like flaming fist. I don't know, Kamehameha wave or whatever it is you want to call it. But
That's cool.
he gets a gun in that.
Yeah, there's a decent
And-
amount of changes. That's actually pretty cool.
And I kind of like them both. Sometimes I feel like it's a little cheap when Japanese games get localized. But I don't know. This one sits in the Power Rangers realm with me, where I think the localization actually worked.
Yeah.
Despite that cover, man, that cover is unappealing.
Which one?
I mean, come on,
the
Mega
US
Man cover is unappealing too, but
Well, I mean, I only really picked Mega Man up because of you guys at one point in my life. But yeah, you're right. If my first impression was that Flash Gordon looking ass with his little gun,
Yeah, it's like
definitely
little
would not
you'd
pistol.
be looking at it.
Yeah, I
no
would not
buster.
have.
Trash.
Yeah, I would not have played that.
He's
But, like,
tossing it up at the old Blockbuster.
This one, he's like this gentleman on the cover, you guys feel like he's probably like our age or maybe even like a few years older, right? He's got like those facial jowls a little bit. You can tell he's getting up there. And like he's punching forward and his fist is cracking into metal and he's just wearing a regular old white t-shirt. He's got like the mirror shades where it's just like the brim.
Yeah.
And then it's like the visor, like, I don't know. It just doesn't really appeal to me. It would be a good cover for River City Ransom, though. I feel like he looks like that dude.
Yeah, River City Ransom's cover is a little bit lame, but
yeah, I mean, if I was to look at that cover and depict what kind of game it would be, I would think it was some kind of beat 'em up.
It sort of is a little bit. I mean,
Close.
you could think of it in the vein of Altered Beast, if I were to give an equivalent.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a quick this or that with you guys because there are plenty of games that came out in 1991, and I kind of want to give our viewers some sense of how recommendable this game is today. One after another. Would you rather play Shatterhand or Super Ghouls and Ghosts?
Shatterhand.
Super Ghouls, and that's like Ghouls and Goblins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one for the Super Nintendo.
I beat that game, but I'd rather play Shatterhand.
Yeah, I think that game's really, really hard too.
It is. It took me like literally 2 days.
Yeah.
And I was like on it for 12 hours a day.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really given it a fair shake, but if I had to pick, it'd probably be Shatterhand.
Shatterhand or Super Castlevania 4?
Super Castlevania 4.
Same.
I figured. Probably me too. Shatterhand, and I know the answer to this already, or Zelda: A Link to the Past?
Link to the Past.
Yeah, Link to the Past.
However, if you only had 45 minutes, I would play Shatterhand.
That reminds me, the first time I ever played, I'm sorry to interrupt your game of the story, but the first time I ever played A Link to the Past, it was at a hotel room that my aunt was renting, and they had the pay for an hour. Like you could pay-per-view a game for an hour for some cost, and that was the first time I ever played A Link to the Past. I only had an hour. Talk about blue balls, man.
Yeah. Damn.
Could have got your jimmies off with Shatterhand. Seen it to completion. And the big one, in 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 came out. Would you rather play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 or Shatterhand?
Sonic 1. I love Sonic 1.
Sonic 1's kind of poopy. Shatterhand.
No,
I'm with
you guys are so wrong on that one.
No, dude.
Why is it so poopy?
Listen, no spin dash, no tails, no supersonic. Have you played Labyrinth Zone lately?
Yeah.
Not only that, Marble Zone is not great. Spring Yard Zone also not great. Death Egg Zone or Scrap Brain Yard or whatever, Scrap Yard Brain.
The music's
Zone,
so
whatever.
good though in that game.
Yeah, but the level's not
really
good.
But the levels are not good.
Sonic 1's just not a great game. It was cool,
I don't know.
but it wasn't great.
I don't know, man.
You need to go back and replay it and come back and talk to me. Because I replayed it like 2 years ago. You need to go back and replay it.
Maybe. But like that, you got the mini games too. You can't forget the mini games. Like
what mini games?
Like
the one where you like circle around. And
yeah, it sucks.
You need to go back and
whatever,
play it.
Dudes.
It makes me so angry.
It's bad, man.
I definitely had my fair share of vulgarities while playing Shatterhand
You know what the best thing about Sonic
this
the
week,
Hedgehog
though.
1 is? The music.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
It
good.
was
It's
good
good music.
music.
It's good.
But Shatterhand
Now,
also has good music,
Yeah.
so
I mean, Sonic 2 for sure. I would play over Shatterhand, but
agreed.
just to give our audience some idea of how recommendable this game is today from the Nintendo Entertainment System. If you're thinking about playing Sonic 1, think
Play
about picking up
Sonic 1.
Shatterhand.
Dan, you are clouded right now, my friend.
Nah, Sonic 1. I mean, granted, it has been a while, but like, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was that bad. Like, I mean,
How long is it going to
Labyrinth.
take you to play Sonic 1? Maybe
How
an
long?
hour?
Longer
Yeah,
longer
probably.
than you think. It's harder than you think.
Dude, play it this weekend.
Like the boss, like Dr. Robotnik, like some of the things you have to do to like hit him. Like,
What?
what was it, like Moonlight Zone, where you had to like jump on the little seesaw thing to hit him with it? I mean, there's like a bunch of little ways you can beat
That's
him.
Sonic 2.
Oh, is it
No,
Sonic
it's
Zone?
not. That's Sonic 1.
The one where you jump on the spikes to hit it and it launches the spikes up.
Yep, it's in Starlight Zone.
Starlight,
Sonic
maybe,
1.
something like that. Yeah,
Does it get repeated later on or something? I feel like it gets repeated later in the series.
it might
Something
be.
like it. Or maybe Sonic 2 has like in one of them where you have to like hit the springs and I'm thinking of Sonic Advance. Yeah. Yeah, something like it.
Yeah, so the bosses in Sonic 1, the first one is that ball and chain. The second,
It's the
yeah, he
first
likes,
level. Come on,
it's the
like
wrecking ball.
I see Don laughing over there. Like, really, this is it? It's the first level.
And then in Marble Zone, is he in the lava? I can't
He
even.
just flies back and forth shooting the
Yeah,
fireball
shoots fire
down
down and it lights the grass on fire or whatever.
and you just don't stay there. You
And
jump to the other
in
platform,
Spring Yard Zone, he has a spike on the bottom of his thing and he picks the blocks up. And
which he gets to do twice if you're doing it right.
yeah. And then you have Labyrinth Zone where you can't even beat him. You just chase him up this stupid vertical hallway. Yeah, with a bunch of traps and it sucks.
It's
And
brutal.
and then after that one, I think it's Starlight Zone after that.
Sounds right.
There's a slight bit of a screen zoom problem in Sonic 1 that doesn't exist in the later games too. It's the like Sonic's bigger in that one, so there's less screen. So like jumping up the Labyrinth Zone in particular is problematic because you won't see what hits you before it hits you.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
then
it's
the
not
last one is
great.
Scrap Brain Zone where you stay to the right and you pretty much just win. It's not,
Plus Shatterhand would totally just block Sonic with his punch. Just
I think that's not I think Shatterhand would lose horribly against Sonic.
but probably not Robotnik. Just punch the wrecking ball back up in the
That's it. Everybody, you heard it here first at the Cable Club. Shatterhand for Smash.
Shatterhand
No.
for Smash, dude. Forget Little
Dude.
Mac. Give him
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
I do wish this series had continued. I feel like this first game was great, and I think the only reason that it wasn't popular and nobody played it was because it was one of those late stage games. So it's relegated to the the
That's
hidden
an
gem world.
old system.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, the problem is, it's like it wasn't its own, thing. It was, yeah, that Japanese game or whatever. I'm not even gonna pronounce it because I don't know how to. But like,
Soul Brain.
no, didn't it have like it had some other names? But yeah, I mean, I guess you could call it Soul
The
Brain.
show does,
Yeah,
but
maybe it's the show I'm talking about.
the title of the game is Soul Brain.
But how cool would it have been if like they just like kind of went off in their own thing after like they Shatterhand?
Maybe they did. I don't know. But it just didn't make it over here and get
Maybe.
converted to more Shatterhand.
I
Oh,
would
well.
definitely play more Shatterhand if they made like more games of that style. I had fun.
There's like I think there's D-makes for Smash Brothers for like the NES and SNES system. So like they probably there probably is like a
brother,
Smash Bros like game out
what
there.
is this,
with
brother?
where you can play as like Master Blaster and stuff. Like I think that'd be pretty sweet.
I love
Anywho,
Master Blaster.
before we go, I just want to say that if you're joining us for the first time, thank you. Our normal thing is that we do a retro game league where we bring guests on to bring us their games and then we rate them because it's the internet. It's just how you do it. And we crescendo our process with an American Idol style vote and award prizes. to the winners in our Retro Game League. We do this by sorting everybody's game into cups, so that way people can bring their cool, hipstery, nostalgic picks, and other people can bring their awesome, classic games that everybody unanimously agrees are great. And we just have a good time. This year we're playing 25 games. We're up to 20 so far. 20. Yeah, we just completed our 20th last episode. So you can find us wherever you're listening to us now, obviously, but you can hit the subscribe button over there and get us directly to your feed every single week. Or you could check us out on YouTube. The show actually does have some visual elements. Dan does a good job editing them in. Thanks, Dan. And if you are a longtime listener, think about leaving us a rating or review, a fair one. Could be 2 stars, could be 5 stars, whatever it is. Just tell us what you think of the show and what we could do to make it better. I do like to say that, give a special thanks to our Discord group who keeps the show alive and thriving. We like hanging out with you guys every single week, and you're a favorite fan base, right? Right, fellas?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So if you're not in the Discord, why? Why not?
Come
Come over
on
and
in.
play. Yeah, come on in and play games with us. And then our theme music is by Cubby. And do you guys have any final thoughts about Shatterhand before I announce the next game we're going to play?
2 thumbs up. Go play it. It's good.
Yeah, if you like side-scrolling beat-em-up platforming action games from the Nintendo and you haven't played this one, highly recommend.
It's hard to believe it exists. Like I don't
think it's that hard to believe it exists.
I see, like, I saw it the first time and I thought it was one of those like games that developers make for the system way later. I don't know if you've seen any of those.
Yeah.
But like there are groups out there who are making games now for like the Genesis.
Yeah, it's like, we've been around, for so long now that you figure you'd played all the good NES games, but like every now and then, like one just like pops up. You're like, oh wow, like I'm surprised I've never heard of that. This is good.
like Little Samson. It's
Yeah,
worlds that could have been. But anyway, yeah, then the podcast is edited and produced by all 3 of us. So yeah, three talented fellas right here. So the next game we're going to play is a juggernaut, and it's the second game in its series that it's second game of a series we've played this year already. Is that a good way to say it?
It is the second game in the series. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, what would you call it? Like, I don't know. The word escapes me as well.
So it's the second time we've played a game from this series on the show, and both are in the league. And it is has been mentioned on today's episode as one of the games that my co-host would love to go back and play for the first time. It's also for the system that I said was the system that made one of the systems that made me into a gamer. Hint, it's Gen 5 system. It is would you call it an adventure game or would you call it a Metroidvania?
No, it's definitely an adventure game.
All right. It is Zelda Ocarina of Time, brought to us by streamer Riri Yells, who will be with us in 2 weeks to pitch her game as the best game to be in this year's Retro Gaming League.
it's a real good pick. Real good one.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a meta pick with you two at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, I know you haven't beaten it. I know you said you've played it, a dozen times. You just never finished it.
I'm going to finish it this time.
Yeah.
For you guys. For you guys, I'm going to finish it this time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'll change your views at all, but like, oh, man. Yeah, I'm with Steve on this one. This is definitely a game I would go back and play for the first time again. 100%.
I owe Ganon a shattered hand on his big beak. So.
Use the bottle. Use an empty bottle. I guess that's the closest you can get to a punch.
Dude, an empty bottle definitely should have been a weapon in Shatterhand. That fits the vibe so well. But anyway, join us for that in 2 weeks. But for now, game over, fellas?
Game over.
Game over.